Coming up next on UTRGV-TV, a UTRGV student recounts a stalking incident at a local CVS. More on the story ahead, plus the reopening of AMC theaters concerning some Valley residents despite new safety protocols. And the Patron of the Arts concert series is trying new things for engagement online. We'll tell you how. We have this and much more. UTRGV-TV starts now. Welcome to another semester and the latest edition of UTRGV-TV. I'm Victoria Cantu. Today is Monday, August 31st, and at the top of this week's newscast. A UTRGV student recalls a stalking experience at a CVS store in Mission. She says that face masks may give criminals an advantage and warns others to be vigilant. Here's the story. UTRGV senior Barba Espinosa was returning home from a trip on Monday afternoon when she made a quick stop at CVS in Mission.
My name is Barba Espinosa. I am currently a senior at UTRGV and I am a pre-K 3 teacher. While I was approaching CVS, I saw two guys standing by the door and I kind of got a weird vibe from them. Older man that was with right there at the door waiting, he went to one side and the younger man stayed on the front door. He was pretending to be on his phone, texting, like how you sometimes pretend that you're on your phone.
She says she rushed back to her car after leaving CVS and locked her doors. A minute later,
he was just staring at me like crazy for no reason, right? And the older man came to my door, and he was banging on the door saying that he needed help and this and that. And he was showing me his phone. And I was like, no, like, stop, like, can you please get away, and this and that. And what scared me the most was that the younger man came with him right after that was happening, and he literally ran to my door as well. Luckily, I had my doors locked.
She later called the CVS store to notify what had just happened to her. Espinosa then posted her incident on Twitter, warning others about the two men. She says that she is still anxious when going out and fears that the mask coverings may give suspects an advantage, helping conceal their identity and possibly getting away.
I feel like the face mask make it more obvious, noticeable for them to feel more comfortable doing this type of things.
Espinosa is not the first. Ileana Moreno says she is also a victim to stalking and was approached at a local Valero gas station on Sherry and Old 83. She noticed a man staring at her while she pumped gas. Moreno reacted without hesitation and locked herself inside her car seconds before the man reached for her car door. Others shared their stories to the Facebook post and commented that it is almost impossible for authorities to get full facial recognitions. Espinosa and Moreno are both taking precautions when going out alone, such as taking a friend or family member and even purchasing self-defense weapons. Espinosa says she is still not 100% comfortable and is wanting to enroll in self-defense courses. Gracie Bada, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor Joshua Sharpless, trains men and women on self-defense in McAllen and will soon be offering self-defense courses for women during the month of September.
Joshua Sharpless, and I'm the owner and head instructor. We're going to go over some we're going to go over some defensive techniques, and we're going to go over some offensive techniques. Come in and attack and get a hold of somebody. Instead of her balling up and making it an easier target, she's going to make herself bigger, so I can't get my arms around. So she's just going to underhook with her frame, come into what we call a safety clinch with her hips tight to me, a real good solid base. So when she feels comfortable, she's going to step her foot in front, bring her hips across my hips, and just drive me over.
Sharpless says the program offers regular core curriculums with co-ed classes, and he encourages women to keep a self-defense weapon at hand.
Guns, knives, mace, something that's going to help you out. And you never know the situation when your purse is in the other room, you're in your apartment, A lot of those situations that women have to protect themselves, they already feel comfortable with that situation, and it gets bad for them and they don't know how to protect themselves.
You can find these self-defense courses on the Gracie Barra Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Facebook or Instagram page. The AMC Edinburgh 18 Theater reopened for the first time in months since the coronavirus, selling tickets for as low as $5, but not enough to convince some Valley residents to return to the cinema. Nady Rodriguez reports.
The AMC 18 Theater in Edinburgh opened its doors after a forced closure due to the global pandemic. The theater is now showing films and serving movie theater snacks once again, with limited seating and lower prices. The AMC Theater website revealed that they are using HEPA filter vacuums, MERV-13 air filters, and electrostatic disinfectant sprayers, in addition to routine cleaning and disinfecting. Other precautions include reduced auditorium capacities, cashless transactions, and sanitation stations. Although some movie tickets are being sold for as low as $5, some Rio Grande Valley residents choose to avoid the theater. Local resident Daniel Tavares says that after recovering from COVID-19, he prefers to steer clear from the Edinburgh AMC Theater.
No, I would prefer not going just because, well, since me and my family actually had gotten sick from the virus, it's like, nambre, we don't want to risk being exposed to it again. So just because we got it before and you know how the whole thing is right now.
Daniel says that even with the safety measures taking place, he feels people should just stay home.
We put in more measures like precaution and like the whole thing, but I mean, thinking about it now, it's super risky. Like it's super risky to be in a room super full of a bunch of people that you have no idea. You know, you just come into contact with so many different people. It's more risky.
We reached out to the AMC Edinburgh 18 Theater to comment, but we're still waiting for a reply. Reporting for UTRGV-TV, Nady Rodriguez.
Shifting from traditional face-to-face classes to online classes may come as a shock to many students, a transition that sometimes requires counseling for some. Although COVID-19 is closing some doors, UTRGV's Counseling Center remains open online. Reporter Alan Martinez has some ways the Counseling Center is helping students relieve stress.
Earlier today, the Counseling Center had its annual virtual event on International Overdose Awareness and Suicide Prevention. This event addresses educating the UTRGV community on overcoming substance use disorders and dealing with suicide. We spoke to supervising clinical therapist Leah Ellis, who says it will help students identify suicidal thoughts.
Students would certainly be encouraged to attend those trainings because they can learn to be, as they're on the front line, to be able to catch any kind of suicidal ideation and be able to know what to do. So we're basically going to teach them, it's kind of like mental health CPR.
According to Ellis, some students experience mental health issues affecting academic performance, well-being, and lives. Many students face a struggle without knowing about services offered by the Counseling Center, like individual counseling and group counseling via Zoom or Skype.
I was encouraged by my friends to reach out to the Counseling Center at UTRGV. When I went, I made an appointment and managed to talk to some very helpful people.
Before starting a therapy session, a clinician conducts a mental health screening that takes about 30 minutes to determine the best solution for each student.
I have never been to this counseling center at UTRGV. I would consider it. I know that they have very well-trained staff there at the counseling center, and it would probably be a good opportunity for me to go.
Besides virtual events and wellness through the year, the Counseling Center provides 2 mobile applications as resources: TAO, Therapy Assistance Online, and Thrive at UT. The Counseling Center is now offering topics like Healthy Tuesdays, a workshop on mental health, wellness resources, and employee activities via Zoom. The event is available to students, faculty, and staff every Tuesday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. No registration is required. To book an appointment at the Counseling Center, you can call the Edinburgh office at 956-665-2574 and the Brownsville office at 956-882-3897. Appointments are free. Students may also send questions to counseling@utrgv.edu. Reporting for UTRGV-TV, I'm Alan Martinez.
UTRGV's Patron of the Arts concert series has moved online for the fall 2020 semester. The School of Music director tells us how this transition has affected the concert series and what they are doing to engage viewers. Here's reporter Hector Tamez with more.
What we do in Patron of the Arts is we showcase great concerts.
Because of the pandemic, Patron of the Arts has to move its upcoming concerts online. The director of the School of Music, Kurt Martinez, shares his optimism for the upcoming concerts.
I do think there's good things that come from being online. Number one, you can reach a larger audience because, people from all over the world can see it.
Martinez explains that the challenges the series has faced were to fulfill its mission. According to Martinez, the mission of Patron of the Arts is to provide people from the RGV with amazing music. He emphasizes that the Patron of the Arts plans to try new things to maintain engagement with their audience, such as hosting a live Q&A with the performers.
That's what we're doing to make it unique and still remain close. The connection with the audience still has to be close despite being online. We don't want to lose that.
Production and Arts Facility Manager Hiram Diaz adds how concerts online can be more intimate.
With video content, sometimes you get a little more intimate feel. You get to see a close-up of the artist's face.
Diaz states that video can add more emphasis on emotion to the live concerts by providing more close-up to facial expressions. Music education senior Lourdes Ruiz says that she is looking forward to watching the Patron of the Arts concert online. Ruiz says that she predicts a full house after the pandemic.
Like doing the concerts online, I do feel that later when they reopen, I feel like we're gonna have more people.
Martinez adds that Patron of the Arts will be free for this semester. The concerts will be available through Facebook Live on the page Patron of the Arts at UTRGV. Reporting for UTRGV-TV, Hector Tamez.
UTRGV is advising students to be on the lookout for malicious emails. These part-time work and paid internships offers in emails may appear to come from the university's internal user accounts, but do not. After receiving reports about a phishing email, the UTRGV Information Security Office informs the community to watch out for unsolicited emails, text, or a link that prompts you to share personal contact information. They also advise the public not to click on any links, download attachments, or reply. All indoor and outdoor in-person events on campus will continue to be canceled throughout the month of September. The university's event task force is requiring policies to be followed in the scheduling of all future campus events and will continue to monitor the spread of COVID-19. To contact the Return to Campus Events Gathering Subcommittee, use the email on your screen. Now to this week's police reports. A UTRGV police officer assisted U.S. Border Patrol in arresting 8 people. It happened by the University Library in Brownsville last Monday. 6 were from Mexico, 1 from Honduras, and 1 from Guatemala. A campus van's rear window shatters on its own. The van was parked in the physical plant compound on Tuesday. A staff member in Edinburgh noticed the broken window and made the report. After reviewing surveillance video, officials say the window possibly shattered due to heat. A construction worker contracted by the university is now behind bars after being accused of stealing not once, but twice. This comes after a student reported a gold chain stolen from his room at the Village Apartments after leaving it unlocked because of ongoing construction. In time, campus PD detectives identified a male construction worker suspected to be associated with the case. Officials say the suspect had also stolen items from another apartment belonging to a male staff member. Some of the stolen items were recovered from a local pawn shop and from the suspect. And now here's this week's Noticias en Español with our contributing reporter, Kenia Correa.
La universidad y los estudiantes se han visto gravemente afectados económicamente con el regreso a clases debido a la crisis del coronavirus. Algunos jóvenes universitarios se encuentran en desesperación debido a que siguen en la espera para obtener ayuda financiera. Muchos temen seguir endeudándose con préstamos para pagar su colegiatura y materiales necesarios para cubrir los gastos de su semestre virtual. Tal es el caso de un estudiante en justicia penal, Eros Johan Lujano. Después de esperar 1 hora en la llamada telefónica, colgaban la llamada de nuevo. Después de otra hora, colgaban la llamada. Era muy frustrante. Estaba como, Lloré de frustración porque no podía llegar a ellos y los correos electrónicos no estaban trabajando tampoco. La ayuda financiera puede ser negada para los estudiantes debido a su proceso académico o cantidad de horas por semestre. Existe una apelación donde los ayudarían a resolver este problema. Subdirectora de la Oficina de Ayuda Financiera, Jael Pérez, sugiere que los estudiantes entreguen a tiempo toda la documentación necesaria para evitar retrasos en sus pagos.
Aún los estudiantes que empiezan el proceso temprano, se tarda, o sea, y por eso es que siempre les encomendamos que el proceso se tiene que empezar lo más pronto posible.
Aunque el centro financiero de UTRGV tuvo un sistema de retraso, muchos jóvenes optaron por pedir un préstamo tal como Ariana Luna. Acepté un préstamo de $8,000 porque necesitaba que me pagaran la matrícula. Originalmente se suponía que debía pagarse el día 19, así que entré en pánico y lo acepté para poder pagar mi matrícula. Luna agrega que su reembolso y el alivio de otoño le ayudarán a comprar los libros y material que necesitará este semestre. El Centro Financiero de UTRGV ofrece un préstamo de emergencia que los estudiantes pueden utilizar para ayudarlos a seguir con sus metas académicas. Reportando para UTRGV Noticias en Español, Kenia Correa.
That's all we have for you today. See you next Monday at 7 and stay safe.